Welcome along then to race day at what we hope will be another thrilling Formula One Grand Prix. An interesting circuit this one, the newest on the Formula One calendar, and like most street circuits, it's sure to present the drivers with an interesting technical challenge. Some challenging turns for the drivers to negotiate as well, and at the same time they're going to have to manage their tyres very carefully in this heat. And joining me once again in the commentary box today is, of course, the former World Endurance Champion, Anthony Davidson. Now, I want to ask you about Lewis Hamilton.
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? Besides that, of course, any kind of Turn 1 incident could completely turn the race on its head. Let's keep our fingers crossed everyone can get through in one piece.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like.
Hello, how's everyone doing here? Welcome back to a video. I'm a bit late to the Jeddah hype train. This video that I'm showing you on the screen right now is a couple days old, but I just haven't had time to do the audio recording. So we are Lewis Hamilton at the 2021 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix against 109 AI, because I don't know the track very well, otherwise I would do 110. And yeah, when the grid finishes, we'll start the race. I apologise for sounding a little bit throaty and snotty and stuff. I'm a little bit ill, not COVID. But yeah, so let's start going down onto the grid. Alright, 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights. And the first ever Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is underway. Lewis Hamilton gets a good start, as does Max Verstappen. There's a puff of smoke behind Lewis. Lando Norris there goes to cover from the Ferrari, and it's Verstappen who leads into turn 1. But Hamilton gets past him on the curb. Verstappen is pushed out wide. Hamilton leads, heading up to turn 4 there. Until they all settle in, the turn 1 melee is over, but it's still the McLaren side by side. Not with each other, but with their rival teams. And it's Hamilton who's building a clear gap to Verstappen there. There must be at least half a second, but he runs out wide there, and that's going to give Verstappen a better run. Going down onto this straight, there's no DRS here on lap 1, but Verstappen pulls out. Is he going to try and go down the inside? He's ahead! He's ahead! But Lewis Hamilton tries the outside move, and he just can't quite make it there. Oh, he was so close to the barrier. So Verstappen leads. Will he run away with the win like he has in so many races? Mexico springs to mind. Zandvoort springs to mind. No, Lewis Hamilton is gaining on him. There's a big straight, and Mercedes have the straight line advantage. Lewis Hamilton pulls out. Oh, he wanted to go for a move there. He almost hit the back of Verstappen. And then he pulls out for this move, which goes down the inside at the chicane. Verstappen goes a little wide, and Lewis retakes the lead. Verstappen chases Hamilton down the straight. This is round 2 on lap 2 there. Verstappen pulls out just like he did on lap 1, and they almost touch. I think they did there. But Hamilton stays ahead with some brilliant defending against Max. And Bottas now is side by side with Verstappen going into the S section. Who's going to have the inside line, or even the quicker line there? We won't know, but I think that is Verstappen. No, it's Bottas. Sorry I couldn't get the other camera angle. I mean, I probably could have, but I didn't. This race is all about me, and me. The Bottas is up to P2. And Hamilton is taking a strange line there. Maybe he's cutting off Bottas' slipstream. He doesn't want him to get close. He wants him to stay in the position he is, because that will give him the advantage of Verstappen in the Constructors' and Drivers' Championship as well. Did you see that brilliant camera angle there? And note how Lewis Hamilton is taking a lot of corner cuts there. He's just utilising the track advantages. He is getting no penalty for it. And Codemasters should probably fix that, but it's kind of irrelevant right now. Look how fast this corner is, this chicane is. Lewis still technically legally on track there. He was touching the curb, and he gets no warning for that. But I think Bottas is going to be chasing him round the curve straight. He is. Bottas gets on the curb, and Bottas takes a position there. He's ahead of Hamilton. Will Hamilton get him into the braking zone? He can't. He would have tried there. That's a Hamilton-ish move there to try. And he doesn't, but instead he waits on the slipstream, and he pulls out to get past Bottas. I think they touched there. Hamilton treating Bottas just like he treated Verstappen, who's disappeared into the distance there. And they are still side by side. It's a recreation of lap 1 and lap 2 with Verstappen, and Hamilton retakes the lead. We cut to the straight. Bottas has had the edge through that S section. Hamilton makes the defensive move. I think Bottas hit the wall there. He definitely did. But I don't think he has enough damage to warrant a pit stop. Hamilton taking a tighter inside line to defend from Bottas. He's learned from lap 1 with Verstappen. Now we're on the back straight here. Bottas seems to have the edge. He almost hits the wall again, and he's got past Lewis Hamilton. He certainly doesn't have damage to do that. And they all run very wide there, especially Lewis Hamilton, who's now going to have the DRS. It's lap 3. DRS has been enabled. And there's a Sergio Perez in the mix. The charging Mexican, El Sondito. Is he going to go 3 wide? No, it's not. Hamilton, I think, he's down to 2nd place. No, he's stayed in 2nd place, sorry. And Bottas leads across the straight. Hamilton again has DRS, pulls out wide, and he definitely hit Bottas again there, treating him just as he would his title rival Verstappen, who again seems to have gone further off into the distance. And Hamilton retakes the lead. He didn't even need to push Bottas out wide on the curbs. Bottas seems to have the advantage over the Mercedes on the straight line, and they think they touched there. Bottas definitely has damage this time. His front end plate went across the screen. Bottas is going to have to pit this lap, and he's holding everybody up, which is giving Hamilton a good lead. He's probably burned out all his tyres by now, fighting all of these drivers and pushing as hard as he can through this 5-lap race. He takes his same famous wide line now, and look at the gap to Perez there. You can't even see him in the same camera shot. There he is, he's catching, but the next car behind is Bottas, and he's holding everyone up. Look how the gap to Perez has closed. Hamilton has definitely used most of his tyres there. It's a 2-horse race. Checo and Lewis, they're fighting for the victory. Checo tries a move there into the chicane again. Hamilton takes his wide line. Perez follows him as well. He's learning from it. And now onto this final straight. The 2 McLarens are battling. Perez goes round the outside and takes the lead at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix at the final lap. Can Hamilton dive it down the inside? He can't. That's Perez who will win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So he puts the power down, and Sergio Perez, El Sondito, wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. What a race!
Well done, Sergio! Well done. Thank you for finishing that off for us. Great job.
This is for you guys.
Stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
Thank you for watching this video. It was a very tense end, and I didn't script that. I genuinely didn't. I lost pace, and Perez overtook me. I didn't even notice he was around the outside before it was too late. And I couldn't have flashback because then that would be cheating. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to. You'll see me in the next video. Peace out.